Mamba. And by the way, if you guys are interested in the old Demon CC merch, if you're interested in the old Demon CC merch, we got Demon CC merch on the McTalks Hoops store. Demon CC, which may or may not be Caitlin Clark. We've also got our
athletic footwear manufacturer Nike has launched promotional content showcasing Caitlin Clark's basketball shoe partnership. The company has completed this announcement following extended anticipation. Industry watchers speculated that Nike might establish a signature sneaker agreement during initial promotional activities. Expectations developed regarding Clark potentially securing her dedicated shoe collection. Although achieving a signature shoe arrangement would have represented significant progress, practical expectations remained modest. Obtaining a signature shoe contract was not realistically projected to materialize.
Came out today. And your boy John Liquidator tried to get a pair, man, but unfortunately, I did not have a raffle entry. Shout out to the subscriber who tried to give me one through Dick's Sporting Goods. But unfortunately, I did not get a pair, and I'm pretty sure they're going to hit the resale market for about $400. That's typically how much they go for the next day or the same day after these bot people get all the sneakers. Now, news is coming out that the shoes, like I stated, was sold out in about 10 minutes. With all that being said,
however, consumers observed Nike delivering content related to her exclusive athlete model, with the corporation officially introducing a PE launch. Paige Beckers currently maintains a PE design. Jules possesses several iterations. Multiple competitors have secured PE arrangements through Nike, making Clark's eventual acquisition a welcome advancement. This constitutes Nike's promotional presentation. This marks the initial instance across 5 years where an athlete has obtained their customized Kobe design. The footwear launches on the 30th day of the 6th month within select markets. Distribution stays restricted to chosen territories exclusively.
Angel and Demon. Angel Caitlin on the front, Demon Caitlin on the back. Or CC, a person that may or may not resemble Caitlin. Please don't sue me. I don't know if that's copyright.
The circumstances involving Caitlin Clark and Nike display compelling interactions overall. Minimally, the corporation demonstrates initiative. Minimally, they execute implementation. This information surfaced 2 hours before current reporting. The marketing content presents Clark-focused material. The presentation incorporates Mamba-influenced Clark visuals. The Mamba emblem features prominently. Clark displays fierce competitive intensity throughout the footage.
Man, I ain't wasting no time. Let's head on over to X. Pull it up right now. Now we do know Caitlin Clark. Nike commercial dropped yesterday as well. And a lot of people probably didn't know this, but it was a reason why that Nike commercial dropped yesterday when it dropped. Because it was to go coincide with the signature Kobe PE shoes that came out. Now, I did report on this early when it first got reported that she was coming out with PE shoes. Now, people felt the type of way, about Caitlin Clark getting these.
The declaration validates this as Clark's authorized PE, since numerous people questioned whether this development would happen. Various individuals suspected this wouldn't specifically constitute a Clark merchandise. Multiple spectators believed this would remain a conventional launch. Audiences presumed this would function as standard PE footwear. Clark utilized since original labeling referenced Indiana Fever. Lacking Clark's identification connected to the merchandise, concerns emerged regarding her monetary advantages, and this would produce dramatically reduced profits. This would yield considerably diminished revenue for Nike equally, truthfully stated. This would establish notably decreased income for both entities participating, generally witnessing Nike not merely follow this path but also voluntarily recognize they will supply Clark with her PE design signifies favorable progress.
And by the way, I know she doesn't have a signature shoe, but this is the first time in 5 years that there is a player that has had their own Kobe. Like,
The advertisement succeeds since Clark demonstrates complete concentration during basketball play, incapable of observing other competitors' expressions as surroundings become obscured around her. This representation probably maintains precision. She functions entirely through intuition, and the difference becomes entertaining when evaluating how Page demonstrates more restrained and methodical approaches, preventing errors, while Clark simply advances aggressively. Clark operates everywhere with resolve. Regrettably, numerous territories cannot access these shoes. Developing content regarding Clark's shoe purchases would have qualified as business expenditure and permitted thorough evaluation. Nike's promotional material achieves authentic success here. Completely effective implementation recognition deserves appropriate placement. When Nike dedicates their focus toward objectives, they perform efficiently. They consistently achieve their targets successfully.
PE shoes, a lot of people felt as if she should have her own signature shoe, which she should. She very should, but guys, no one had. I don't think there's any player that got a Kobe PE, bro. Like, do y'all know who Kobe was in the basketball world, bro? I'm just saying, like, Kobe didn't like allow even his family. I'm pretty sure it's not just going to give his signature shoe to just some anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, other NBA players ain't even got their own Kobe shoes. I don't believe. Don't hold me on that. Shout out to Depressed CC AKG over on Twitter. So we all know
This constitutes the Caitlin Clark and Nike shoe partnership. Ideally, the actual footwear she utilizes performs beyond anticipations. Nonetheless, obtaining something demonstrates value. Something surpasses nothing. All the peculiar theories regarding Nike disregarding Clark and associated speculation, and currently minimum developments emerge. Whether this establishes adequacy stays questionable, but it signifies something tangible. Something transcends nothing in words. Caitlin Clark's newest signature athletic shoes from Nike encountered extraordinarily swift depletion, vanishing from inventory within merely 10 minutes following their formal debut. This exceptional demand illustrates the tremendous popularity encompassing the WNBA athletes' footwear partnership.
available 30th of the 6th in selected regions. Am I a selected region? That is it. Like, I don't really use sneakers anymore. Don't really play enough ball to get much use out of them. No, I'm not a selected region. I'm not a selected region, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I have to go continue to play, and I bought a pair of KD for.
The limited edition athletics represents a meaningful achievement in basketball heritage, displaying a distinctive player edition concept that merges Caitlin Clark's individual aesthetic with traditional basketball legacy. These weren't simply standard athletic footwear, they possessed special importance that connected profoundly with supporters and enthusiasts similarly. Previous communications had suggested this launch was under development, and numerous devotees had been anxiously awaiting the distribution date. The instantaneous depletion surprised even experienced sneaker observers, with many incapable of obtaining pairs despite preparation and lottery submissions through major athletic goods distributors.
no, this was the scene yesterday. Actually, it was the Kobe Bryant logo in her eye, wasn't a snake. I thought it was the snake eye. That's hard. Shout out to CC Depressed, man. No, it was Soul Retriever that caught it. Wow, everybody thought it was a snake eye. It was Kobe logo. Now, this is the post that we're talking about. Now, this came from NBC, and I'm guessing this is overseas because the date don't add up because it's not July 1st here in the United States. It's Monday the 30th right now. So I'm guessing this.
After immediate depletion across retail websites, secondary marketplace values increased substantially. Resale websites started displaying these desired sneakers, exchanging between $300 to $350, indicating a considerable increase from the initial retail cost. Some committed supporters demonstrated readiness to invest these increased amounts considering the cultural importance and restricted accessibility of the launch. Industry experts indicate the complete manufacturing quantity remained exceptionally constrained, with assumptions suggesting approximately 13,000 pairs produced worldwide. This shortage would equal roughly 250 pairs allocated per state throughout America, clarifying the fierce competition among purchasers attempting to acquire them.
KD4s, the Protro type KD4s, they were awful. They felt awful. But yeah, it is an all around interesting situation when it comes to Caitlin Clark and Nike, and at least they're doing something. At least they're doing something. Like, I'm so late, by the way, to this news. It was 2 hours ago. It was 2 hours ago, and
The scheduling of this sneaker introduction aligned ideally with a significant marketing initiative that had been developing excitement throughout the preceding week. A notable advertisement featuring the basketball athlete broadcast exactly 1 day before the shoe debuted, establishing a coordinated promotional effort that enhanced consumer attention and demand. What renders this partnership particularly remarkable is its relationship to basketball tradition and heritage. The concept integrates components that honor legendary personalities in the sport, establishing a connection between historical excellence and contemporary stardom. This isn't merely regarding footwear, it signifies acknowledgement and admiration within basketball culture's most exclusive communities.
This is coming from overseas, gotta be. It says Nike released and sells out WNBA star Caitlin Clark's shoes version of Kobe Bryant sneaker in 10 minutes. Now, I don't know what this is. That probably don't even go with the sneakers. But as y'all can see here, man, a lot of people complaining about the sneaker app sucking. Caitlin Clark shoes look like they might have sold out in about 10 minutes. Now, these are the sneakers here. These are the shoes. It say Caitlin Clark Kobe V Pro Tro.
Numerous commentators initially questioned whether this partnership was suitable, proposing the emerging star merited her own entirely original signature collection instead. Nevertheless, basketball historians emphasize the extreme scarcity of such partnerships, observing that even established professionals seldom obtain this degree of recognition and partnership possibilities. The sneaker displays sophisticated design components that weren't immediately apparent to casual viewers. What many initially interpreted as simple decorative elements actually contained significant symbols and emblems that contributed depth of meaning to the overall appearance. These features became discussion topics among enthusiasts who valued the careful design effort.
I legitimately have just been dead. I have been absolutely dead the last few days, if you're wondering. I gotta go record some of these videos and then shower immediately. I've been playing. I entered a tennis tournament after not playing tennis in singles tennis realistically for a decade. And I can't move my arm more than like this.
Recent social media communications from international sources indicated the global character of this launch, with different time zones documenting sellouts at various periods. The worldwide demand structure suggested this wasn't simply an American occurrence, but demonstrated international acknowledgement of the athlete's expanding influence. Retail costs were established at $190, placing these shoes within the premium athletic footwear segment. Despite this elevated pricing, demand substantially surpassed supply, with many prospective buyers remaining disappointed after unsuccessful purchasing efforts through official distributors. The secondary marketplace reaction has been considerable, with established resale websites showing active trading at values ranging from 3 to 4 times the original retail expense. Serious collectors demonstrate willingness to invest these premiums, considering the shoes as investment items that will probably appreciate further eventually.
PEs dropped on sneakers today for $190. So yesterday when we did the video, we was right about that. So they is you're gonna sell is $190. They sold out, are changing hands on StockX for $3 to $350. Now $3 to $350 ain't bad. I still might get me a pair for that price. I'm willing to pay $3 to $350 for dark shoes, bro, because how iconic they gonna be. Now for those who don't follow the sneaker space, the list of
Moving forward, industry speculation indicates this partnership signifies merely the beginning of a broader partnership approach. Communications suggest plans for a complete signature collection introduction scheduled for November, positioned strategically for holiday purchasing season. This scheduling would establish the products as premium gift alternatives for young athletes and dedicated supporters.
Play 2 games in 2 days. My arm is shaking trying to rotate it, and this is like 8 out of 10 pain going from here to here. Not fun, lads. Not fun. But yeah, so look, we got something for Caitlin. We got something for Caitlin. We got Mamba Caitlin. We got Mamba Caitlin. Where is the Mamba Caitlin? There we go. We had the Mamba logo. We have Caitlyn.
The business strategy appears designed to replicate successful historical partnerships in basketball marketing, potentially establishing a distinct brand identity that functions alongside but separate from the parent corporation's primary offerings. This methodology has demonstrated success with other legendary athletes and could establish a framework for future partnerships.
Releases during that 3 days, it's pretty short. I think supposedly word on the street, guys. So the word on the street is that Nike had only released 13,000 shoes. I'm not calling this facts, but this is alleged that they only released 13,000 shoes, which roughly, I believe, if you're in the United States, that's about 250 some pairs in the state per state or something like that, if you look at it like that. But they are.
Market experts observe that this partnership creates strategic value beyond merely financial considerations. The athlete's personal preferences and lifestyle decisions correspond naturally with the brand's aesthetic and cultural positioning, developing authentic relationships rather than purely commercial arrangements.
On demon time right now. But yeah, it's good to note that they finally announced it as a Caitlyn logo. Or sorry, as a Caitlyn PE, because I think a lot of people thought that it wasn't going to be. A lot of people thought that it wasn't going to be exactly a Caitlyn thing. A lot of people thought that it was going to be a...
The rapid depletion demonstrates the powerful convergence of athletic achievement, cultural impact, and consumer demand in contemporary marketplace. When genuine talent encounters strategic marketing and limited availability, the outcome can be exceptional commercial success that surpasses traditional sports merchandise limitations.
Sold out, judging from this guy here, and they was released today. And for those who didn't follow the sneaker space, hold on. Shout out to Depressed CCAKG, man, killing it on Twitter. So Nike.com released this. They say Caitlin Clark has put her pros on display wearing an array of converted Kobe models. Now she has her own player edition. The Kobe Protro.
For dedicated followers of basketball culture and sneaker collecting, this launch signifies a meaningful moment that will probably be remembered as a turning point in how female athletes are acknowledged and celebrated through premium product partnerships. The immediate sellout communicates a clear message regarding market demand and cultural influence that extends significantly beyond the basketball court itself.